Welcome to another episode of Open Chair. I'm the OG Barber Ron, and that's my co-host, the OG Barber Troy.
Good evening.
And we got a special guest, Sean. I just say Sean from Philly / Jersey. And the topic today, we're just talking about, his brother, he's single. We're talking about dating over the age of 40. And, what are you looking for in a woman now? You're 40 years old, you're single, you're dating. So Sean, go on, tell us about a little something.
Well, peace to everybody out there in the world there listening, checking in with us. So dating in your 40s, man. Is that in L.A.? You know what I mean? Is it specified? Because it might be different in L.A.
No,
L.A. a different animal.
I think dating in your 40s, no matter where you at, you still have that same type of what you want out of a woman. I don't care where you at on the planet.
Right.
You feel me? It's a certain type of woman at this age is what you're looking for.
Right.
So, just tell the viewers a few little words about that.
Well, I think at this point in life, in your 40s and me particular, and a few other dudes that I know, we're looking for somebody who got a good head on their shoulders, is a critical thinker, is not just doing stuff just because the news told her or her girlfriends told her, like an independent thinker, but also someone who's nice, giving, is charitable, has those good qualities, and just overall has a good quality person, you know what I mean? Like has good values. Because without values, things they could go left real quick. Mm-hmm. So like somebody who, for lack of a better term, is raised right, Right. At this point, you ought to know how that person, kind of gets down in life. Mm-hmm. How they was raised, what kind of values they have, and that might spill over into the relationship.
How would you determine that when you first meet them? I mean,
that's
what are you looking for?
That's a good question.
First of all, the areas that you go and date in, what's the areas that you go? Do you go to like, say plays or jazz, jazz concerts?
Online dating,
church.
It's been, especially since COVID, it's been online dating.
Okay.
It's been online because that was the easiest. Like if you work, if you work a lot, you might not be able to get out of all the events.
Now, will you exclusively date only professional women, or it doesn't matter?
No, I would say I wouldn't exclusively date only professional women, but I would definitely look for what kind of things they do in life. If that coincides with what I want in life, maybe my interests, maybe we have a similar drive.
We talked about this off camera. If you met a woman and she worked at Arby's, McDonald's or something, she flipping burgers.
Right.
Say she's 50 years old, flipping burgers.
Right.
Would you still date her?
I mean, I would like to see maybe she has a plan for excelling at Arby's or maybe she's in school part-time.
Yeah, maybe she
at
just
50 years old,
something
she's in
to
school
do.
part-time. Okay.
Hey,
right.
It's never too late to get your education. I'm with you, brother. Sean.
Look, some people in life,
education.
what I'm saying, that's where they're at.
Okay.
Somebody might look at me, but that's where you at. I'm not dating you.
I'm not asking nobody else. I'm asking you right now. If you came inside of Subway,
it sounds like Brother Sean here is honoring the dignity of a person's process, because we're all going through a process, and you're honoring the dignity of the dignity of the process.
I understand that, Troy, and I agree with that. If she was 20, but at 50, you would expect for her to have some levels of accomplishment. Yeah. At 50, you feel me? Yeah. Maybe at 20, we both 20. We starting out in life. You working at Arby's, I'm working at McDonald's.
Right.
But we have a plan to go somewhere further than just that. We're not going to settle for that. And to me, her profession does not devalue her. It's just where you at in life.
Right.
I need somebody that's going to level up to where I'm at. You feel me? Or higher. I don't pick low. I pick high. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with you, big dog. I pick high because I want her to have something to offer other than just the obvious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we go out on trips because she can't financially afford to pay that if she's working at Arby's, especially living in L.A.
I mean,
well, that's why the brother said depending on where you are, because L.A. is very expensive. L.A. is a different beast,
she might
especially coming from the East Coast.
6 figures.
She might be
figures.
She might be working there 20, 30 years.
It might be something. It might be something to do. It might be something to do.
Listen, put it this way: I'm not going to automatically count her out just because I see her working at Arby's. Like, I'm not saying I would just be like, okay, cool, I don't care what you're doing in life, I would say I would want to talk first. Like if there was an interest, just right off the top, maybe I like the way she look or something. We start talking, like, wow, she's really intelligent. You know, I would totally count her out, but I would, you know,
what can she bring to the table? Working at
dinner every night, cheeseburgers, roast beef sandwiches, onion rings.
Okay.
I hear you, brother Sean. No, I hear you because you want to have a conversation first. Find out where the person.
Right.
Sometimes you just want intelligent conversation. You never know why a person's there. There might be a good reason why she's there. It might be a good reason why she's there. You never know.
Right.
It's to me where I'm at. It's certain levels of accomplishments I expect a person to have at certain age groups. Now, I wouldn't expect a 20-year-old to be with a PhD or you know, own a home or have some things that they have accomplished at 20. But at 50, I'm gonna have to ask you, what was you doing in your life for you to still be
having
here?
fun, enjoying her life?
Yeah,
maybe she lived in the moment.
You pay the price.
What price is that?
When you get a certain age, when I get 55, I want to be in a position to retire if I want to. I want that option. I don't want to have to grind like that. I'm just speaking on Ron. Okay. I don't want to have to grind like that. I want to choose. If I choose, hey, you know, I don't want to go to work that. My finances are straight enough to allow me to do that. But if I enjoyed all that time and at 50-something now, I'm paying the price. You pay the price if you don't do nothing when you're young. Because I tell my son this shit all the time. I said, look, man, you go hard while you're young, and then when you get older, you can enjoy some of the things. Right. You feel me? If you don't prepare to succeed, you're preparing to fail. That's period. Right. Now, I'm not saying money is everything, but man, it's most of it.
I say that because, you know, some people can block their blessings at the same time. I've met women with all the accomplishments, and they wasn't working.
And a lot of them, they're lonely. They got the career woman, they've got the money, but they're lonely.
A lot of them are lonely,
and they're looking for somebody who I want you to have so much money, have so many accomplishments by this age.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people personally. Went to school with them. They've got the career, and they're looking for somebody with the same thing. I'll try to explain to them when companies merge, they don't look for somebody with the same thing. They look for something they don't have. Because you have the same thing I got, you have duplication. Well, they don't want duplication. We don't need two of everything.
We need two incomes.
But you look for somebody that has what you don't have.
We need two incomes.
You look for somebody who has what you don't have. They can compliment you.
Yeah, I ain't got no money.
Now,
I ain't got money.
Now, if I'm peanut butter and you're jelly, hey, we go good together. I don't want two peanut butters. I don't want two jellies. If I'm peanut butter, I want some jelly. Give me something I don't have.
Well, look.
I feel you, man. Like,
I don't feel that.
Well, hey.
You know, man,
I mean,
being out here in California, if you don't mess around, boy, you'll be up on one of these boxes.
California is a different beast. Oh, dude, our clock is on down there.
The 10 freeway. Talk about it don't matter.
Yeah,
it do matter.
Well, no,
cash matter, man. Try to do something without some money.
In Southern California,
see how happy
Sean made a good point. Depending on where you are, Southern California is a very different beast because you pay for the sunshine out here. This sunshine is very expensive. Man. It's very expensive.
Everything got some geography got something to do with it with dating. Depending on where they live at. I knew women on the dating app that would be like, where you live at.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. If I was my age now dating, she'd have a better chance of getting on the moon.
Well, see,
than me hooking my wagon to it.
I come from a different school of thought because at this age, I'm 58. I'm single. At this stage, I'm not looking to build with somebody. I'm looking for a companionship. Somebody to go out to eat with, somebody to talk to, somebody to enjoy a movie with. Right.
Okay.
Because I'm a happy grandparent.
On that part right there, you talking about situation when you burn up Russia.
Oh, this is an inside joke for me, Ron. That's what Rocky hold together right now. We'll go into that story a little bit later.
But let's check this out. See all y'all doing PR. I ain't doing PR. I'm shooting straight from the hip. I'm gonna tell you like this right here. The places I like to go, I like to do nice things. I like to go nice places. I'm gonna go that place by myself because that's just who I am.
Right.
If I have a woman, either she gonna add to me or she gonna take away from me. Either she gonna be a liability or she gonna be
An asset.
An asset. Period. One or the other one. Now, when you look at it, you say, okay, you want a woman to say, hey, Sean, I booked us a trip to Acapulco, Mexico.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You just bring your bags and come on, let's go. Not that I want you to take me out. I want you to pay for
Can you pick me up from Arby's first?
Yeah.
Well,
I got some leftover Arby's.
Now, Rob made a point. He likes to go to
No
nice
shade.
places.
If you have Arby's now, no shade. It's no shade.
Well, if you like to go to nice places, and she likes, and she can afford to go to nice places, that's good. The way, she's used to. You're on the same level, so to speak. You're on the same level. So if you take her out 3 times to say Houston's, she can take you out the 4th time.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's why I can go. I can go with you there.
Yeah.
Because you have some kind of value system. I enjoy intelligent conversation. That's a big asset.
I enjoy nice meals and nice restaurants, hotels.
Oh yeah.
I enjoy those things. See, I guess
No, I feel you.
my
Age,
thing is right here. Once you done grind so hard as as a youngster, and you reach the level of accomplishment, you don't want to put yourself in a position where somebody can come along and possibly take what you have or ride off you in some form, and not bring nothing to the table.
I'm not looking to take care of anybody or sponsor anybody.
No,
if you can take care of you, I can take care of me.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
Being
about.
together, we can take care of each other. I don't need you to support me. You don't need me to support you.
Right.
We can have fun together. We can do things.
Right.
Now,
And maybe she could do that on Arby's budget.
We had a
Maybe she could do that.
conversation. Me and Troy had a conversation. He told me, Troy, you want to tell a story? He said a lady called him and asked him out, but she want him to pay for it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
See, you can't. That pisses me off. You can't spend my money.
Wait, but I thought you said it didn't matter, Troy.
No. So you can't. I can spend my money, but you can't. If I ask you out, it's on me. If I say, hey,
She don't have it, Troy. She
but
don't have
if you
it. But she
ask
wanna
me,
go out.
if you ask me out, I'm expecting. If you ask me out,
Troy,
that's
she don't
on you.
have it. You said it don't matter. She don't
no.
have it. She don't have it. She
No,
wants you to take her out.
I'm not surprised.
You can ask me, invite me over to your home. You might be able to entertain me at your house. I can't cook a nice meal, watch a nice movie, got a nice home theater system. I can go with that. You don't have to take me out. We can do it like that.
Well, you got to have some accomplishments to be able to do that, Troy.
Hey, look. I had this woman. She was we went out to eat. She got food after she was done eating. She got food for her kids and lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like dinner later on after the shift was over.
Yeah.
I was like,
Can I get it? No.
What else can I get?
She didn't want it to go pack. She wanted us to go me a whole other bill to take home.
But you know what?
I'm
A
not
lot of time when you have those women who have small accomplishments, they have the biggest expectation
They
out
want
of the
nickel and
person. They have the biggest expectation out of the person that you are. They want more out of you than what they're willing to give to you.
Yeah.
You ever? I didn't know the guy Kevin Sanders. I had never even heard of him until he died.
Yeah.
Right. And I just happened to go on the net and just check out some of his little clips. And he had some funny stuff.
Oh, he has great points.
He was
Great points.
straightforward with a lot of the women.
Yeah.
Some people loved him and some people hated him. But when I listened to him, I say, you know what? He's brutally honest, but it's true. It's just straight
Most
true.
people
agree with
can't
some
handle
stuff he
the
says.
truth. Most people
Yeah.
can't handle the truth. Men and women can't handle the truth.
He had this one lady, she had all these expectations out of a man, but she had nothing to bring. He said, well, wait a minute, baby, you don't have nothing. You want a man to making 6 figures and you don't have nothing? I think I forgot what she was working at.
A man making 6 figures is not looking for a woman like you. He told
Yes.
that. He's like, you by her own admission, she's like a 5 or a 6. She's like, I'm a
Yeah.
5 or a 6. If I get dialed up, I'm like, I might be a 6 or a 7. I got 2 kids, but 2 different baby daddies. He explained to a lady with a man making 6 figures, and he's not looking for you. That's why you don't know any.
Right.
You don't even know where to look for a man like that.
Right, that's true. Now let me ask you a question, though, Sean. So you meet a young lady. What's the age cutoff? I mean, what's the highest that you go? What's the lowest you'll go?
Hey, I used to have this thing where if you old enough to be my daughter, it can't work.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? So lowest. So if you say if you 40, right? Most what's the acceptable point to have a kid? 18, 17.
No, I think to me, a woman should stop having a kid when she gets about maybe 34.
I'm gonna say this:
Well, she
women
can't
should
be-
stop having kids when their kids start having kids. You should not be having babies when your kids are having babies.
Right. look, a woman can be 10 or 15 years younger than me. Like, if it's past 15 years, nah. Because that means she's old enough to be my daughter. And that gets weird.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. You know, if I was a single man, I'm 53, so I'll say 40 would be my cutoff. I would want to go low. No, she got to have some form,
that makes
some
sense,
some experiences in life, so you can vibrate on a different frequency. But she never had no experiences in life. She won't be able to understand the things that you have been through and see the world the way you see it. You feel me? We talked about it off camera. Okay, when you was 20, you had a total different set of standards for women than you have right now. You feel me? It's just period. All of us.
Yeah, it's human nature.
At 20, we didn't have standards.
Well, I
We
mean,
didn't have standards at 20.
You should have had some standards.
yeah, I was on dimes.
Come on, fellas.
You know, I'm willing to work with any attitude. Whatever it takes to get what I need to get.
You're more tolerant.
Yes.
Yeah, you're more tolerant.
But now, at this point, it's a little different. I'm looking for different levels of vibration out of women. You know what I mean?
Definitely high vibration. I want to say this. Don't sleep on the 40s. Women in their 40s, there's a lot of good women in their 40s, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, their careers is where they at. They mentally, they where they at. They've been working on themselves all this time. Some dudes is like,
Well, some dudes get intimidated by women that are successful.
Exactly.
Because they ain't bringing nothing to the table, so they get intimidated.
And they had some, you find the right woman with the right understanding at that age, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Would you date outside of your race?
I have before.
What color was it? What race?
Spanish.
Oh, Mexican?
They wasn't Mexican, but Spanish. But
Okay, what kind of Spanish was they?
Dominican.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's closer to us.
Yeah, I mean,
How
at
did
this
you like
point,
that?
I probably
How long did the relationship last?
It's not long.
Okay. What differences did you guys have?
There was some cultural differences. Like, I think she made it a point to always like make this distinction. Like, well, black people do this, black people do that, and you know what I'm saying. I can't sit around and be like, just listen to somebody saying, "Dude,
I
black
can't be
people do
defending
this,
race all the
black
time.
people do that." Like, come on. And
First of all, black people do everything. Everybody does everything. Every race does everything.
right? It just too much of that. And then like, she was. I think she was fascinated with black people. You know what I'm saying? So, she always talk about Martin Luther King and all that.
Oh,
and
she
all
had
that.
just had a fetish for black men.
She, yeah. I mean,
it
but it's probably
But
yeah.
you know,
I
I'm
mean,
tell you
like,
something. You
like
have a lot of races, man. They can be racist and they just have a fetish for black men.
Yeah,
You know,
it
I
happens
give
every
this
day.
I get this scenario all the time. I had a pit bull, right? Doesn't mean I didn't like other pit bulls. I just like my pit bull.
Right.
I didn't like pit bulls. I just like mine. And a lot of white people like that, and a lot of other races like that. They just like that Negro. They don't like other Negroes. I just like him.
I just like the one I got.
Yeah, I just like him.
I like the one I got.
I got him trained the way I like him, or her,
exactly.
or whatever the case may
Exactly.
be. But I don't like the rest of them.
Exactly.
You know. So I think that when you dating outside of the race, you got to take all that in consideration. It's two different cultures.
Yeah.
And, and then a lot of our culture has been so misrepresented to the point where they just think that we all are like certain type of behavior. They think, look, the other day, yesterday, was it yesterday? No, to say the other day, the lady came here and she had a little mixed little boy, right? The grandma brung all white. The grandma all white. So I'm cutting the little boy hair. You know, little boy is crying and everything, right? You know what she told the little boy? I can get you some chicken. You want some chicken? Then I looked at her.
Ron,
Then
no, she didn't.
I put that on everything, Troy.
Ron, no, she didn't.
She said, I can get you some chicken. And I just looked at her, right? And then she said, some chicken nuggets. She switched it up and said chicken nuggets.
It made it better.
You know?
She had to smooth it out.
Yeah,
And some watermelon, and some watermelon for dessert.
Chicken nuggets. To throw that in.
She switched it up and said some chicken nuggets. Because I looked, I was like, that.
She was quick on her feet thinking.
Yeah, I was okay. Chicken nuggets. Okay, got a little twist to it. But the reason I'm saying that, a lot of times, when you have two cultures merging together, one culture has to submit to the other culture. That's just period. Either you're going to submit to her culture or she's going to submit to your culture.
I'm going to disagree.
How's that?
For this reason, if I'm of one culture and you're another culture, I'm looking forward to experience. I'm going to share my culture with you. You're going to share your culture with me. I'm going to now have my culture and your culture, and you'll have yours and mine. We'll share.
One culture's going to dominate, though, Troy.
Not necessarily. Doesn't have to.
I had a barber in here, right?
Does not have to.
He had a mixed little kid, right? Wife from El Salvador, one of them Spanish-speaking countries, right, South America. And he was trying to raise his kid pro-black. He's from Louisiana. He was trying to raise his kid pro-black. And I told him, I said, look, Reg, I said, man, his mama's Spanish, Mexican, man. I mean, he eat Mexican food and shit. I said, man, he got some of her in him too. He wanted to be. I said, if you wanted a pro-black baby, should have got a black woman.
So, like, if you're biracial, bicultural, you should know both your cultures.
That's why I was trying to tell him. I said, man,
both
it's unfair to him. His mama is
Exactly.
not black. So you can't make him be pro-black. He ain't going to be able to understand that because he's sucking on Mexican breast milk. So he has an emotional connection to them too.
Yeah, he's going.
If you wanted a pro-black baby, you should have got a black woman.
Right. If it was that important to you.
Yes.
If that was that important, you should have.
You can't turn him into something.
Make him something that he's not. Yeah.
He's not. He's in the middle.
He might grow up and be like, I'm more, my Spanish side.
A lot of times when you have mixed kids, they normally revert back to one when they're rejected from the other one. Yeah. You feel me? Like, I know I got a relative that was like that.
Whoever they rejected from, they go to the other side.
Yeah, he was rejected by the white, then he had to come on back to the black. When he got back about in the 6th grade, he could realize that there was a difference in the treatment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? At first, he was just, white, rock and roll, this and this and that.
You learn quick. Yeah.
When you got in the 6th grade, you can kind of, by the time a kid get to the 6th grade, they can see the world the way that they see them. Yeah. You feel me? You can like, man, that's a difference in treatment. I did the exact same thing, and I got punished, but Billy did it. He didn't get nothing happen to him.
Especially here in America. Worldwide, but especially here in America.
Nothing happened to him. I don't know why we got all on this. Well, let's get back to dating. Let's get back to
result. That could be a result of dating.
But the thing is, race you have to put races in every aspect of society. Yeah. That's why no matter what subject you talk about, it always comes down to race. Especially because when you have institutionalized racism in countries like America, it's in every part of our society. Mm-hmm. So it has to come up. Whether it be housing, job, education,
sex,
relationships, exactly. Race comes up because of the stereotypes and the misinformation given everybody about African American people.
Now, let me ask you this, Sean. Yeah. Okay. Would you date a woman that used to be with women, but now she's with men? She used to be a lesbian. Now she back with men.
I dated somebody before that they used to date women. Mm-hmm. And I found out about it, and at the time I was like, "What? You ain't telling me this." I'm probably a little bit more lenient with that now. Like, you
gotten older, you understand?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would have a serious conversation with it. Like, is that your preference, or like what's
were you just experimenting?
What's the deal? Yeah, because you seriously dating somebody, you want to know, if they really like another gender, you really want to know. So I didn't accept it at the time, and I kind of I got attitude. I was just like, stay back. Mm-hmm. And most dudes was like, dude, y'all could have had this, that, y'all could have did this.
Okay,
this
when dudes say that, it's like it's not a serious relationship. You talking about if I'm trying to build something with this woman, I want to know exactly what I'm getting into and what you have been exposed to. Me personally. You
me? Are we talking about dating or trying to find a life partner?
Well, we're talking about in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
In a serious relationship.
And that's part of the reason why I didn't accept it, because I didn't accept it more because I'm just finding this out. I felt like everybody else knew except me. So it was just like, now I saw the world differently. When I go out with her, she see her friends, now it's different. Like
now when you asked her or confronted her, what did she say? I mean, how did she?
She said, "I like you now." I can't speak for what I just in general. I like you now. I liked the woman before.
Damn.
And I was just like,
I got quiet on that. Like,
I mean,
I can understand that because, like I said, I've dated a woman who was I didn't know at the time I was trying to date her that she was, I guess, bisexual. Because I'm shooting my A game and I'm getting nowhere. Then she's finally told me, like, Troy, it wasn't you, it was me. I was in the women at the time. Wow. So because she called me out of the blue one day, and I was like shocked. We got together, and she told me, well, I thought, why are you calling me now? I tried, I guess I tried my best shot 2 years ago. I was in the women there. I was experimenting.
To me, when a woman or man is unstable like that, I don't know if I can invest any real time with that person. To me, I'm speaking
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Ron.
yeah.
Well,
Because when a person would tell me that I used to be with them, I'm against all that shit. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't mess
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the gay shit. I don't give a damn. I don't mess with gay shit, right?
No,
you know,
well, then
I
that's
respect
fine.
them as human beings, but I don't mess with that.
Right,
You
right.
feel me? So my thing is right here. If for woman, if I was dating, if I'm out there dating, and she said, "Hey, I used to be with women," I'm cutting that thing off right then. Right then,
That's exactly
because
what it is.
a certain thing, and she could do that to me if she find out something that she just
got a right to. You
yeah,
have a
that
right
she
to,
really
yeah.
strongly feel about it. She got every right to cut me off. That she's because most of those women that like other women, they'll mess with a man that like other men too. So you have a cesspool that you getting into. Here you coming into a situation. She like boys and girls. He like boys and girls, and they all hook up together. And here you come as a heterosexual. You come into all that. Bam. You feel me?
You go out with the friends, it's
It's
different.
like a cesspool.
When you go out with the friends, it's different.
It's like a cesspool. That's what it is.
I wouldn't try to judge folks by their past. I mean, we all have a past, and I don't live in my past. Don't judge me by my past.
But
I'm
your
living-
past represent you as now. You just really can't shake your past.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Our
let's
past
say-
does not determine our future. Your past does not determine your future. Every
Well,
day,
what
every
they say,
day
if
is
you
the first
do-
day of the rest of your life.
If you do what you've been doing, you're gonna continue doing what you're doing now.
Unless
your
you want something different.
Your past is a reflection on where you at to now today. Now, some things I can we have a past. You can make a mistake.
That's a true statement.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you are today is based upon your past, but where you're going to be tomorrow is based on today. So
Yes.
each day you get a different chance to make a new choice.
But then you still have to pay for your past. You do.
It's not a life sentence. No, I disagree. It's not a life sentence.
Wow.
A lot of people pay because they won't let it go. If you don't let go of your past, you pay the rest of your life. You have our yesterdays do not determine our tomorrows. They do not.
I will say this right here.
Each day is the first day of the rest of your life.
From
you
my
get a different chance
perspective
to make a
of
different
it,
choice.
is that there's certain things are just human error that makes mistakes. Human error. But when I choose to live a life or choose to do something as a lie, it has a different meaning, a different effect to it. Now, some people can tolerate anything, and that's them. There's certain things I will tolerate, and there's certain things I won't. Certain things you'll tolerate that I won't, and certain things that you will, I won't. You feel me? Or vice versa.
Right.
So my thing is, you have to determine what would you tolerate and what you won't tolerate.
Right.
You feel me? And not saying nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just you as an individual, what you will tolerate from a person, past as the present. Now, let's go back to the dating thing. If she have adult children that are still at home, would you still date?
I would want to. I can't say right off the top. I would probably prefer the kids not to be home. Like if they're adults, like she could
Yeah.
be single on her own and not have like other responsibilities. That
Mm-hmm.
would be preferable. But if she had kids, I would have to kind of like see what that situation is like. Because I'm not trying to. Well, listen, one of the big things to me is like peace, keeping the peace in your life. And I don't want to jump into nothing that's going to disrupt the peace.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh, yeah, I'm with
And you could easily get jumped in, especially if you. This is crazy. If you're a stand-up dude, you get pulled in quicker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they like, ooh,
Because you care. Because you care.
he's gonna care. He's gonna listen. Next thing you know, you might be, willing to help out a little bit, but next thing you pulled into all these strings attached to you, pulled in all these situations that you're like, wait, hold, this is too. Like I ain't. I didn't sign up for
I'm
all
not
this.
trying to be daddy. No,
Right. I just want to date you, not your whole family, not your grandkids, not all these people. So I would have to gauge the situation, but I mean, I think a flag will go up. This a red flag will go up. Not that I would just totally be like, I can't mess with you like that, but just a flag will go up. Like, tell me more about this, because and there's some women. I've dated women with definitely with kids, and some women do not want you. They don't want to get you involved. You know what I mean? Because unless it gets like super serious, they kind of like, nah, this is I'm not letting you in my life and bring you in my kid's life unless it's like really serious thing.
And I can appreciate
respect
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you appreciate that.
I respect that. Now I haven't had a woman. I just started dating. She telling me to pick up her kid from school, and I'm like, how I get into this? Then first of all, I'm like, you know me, but I could be a maniac.
Exactly.
And I'm picking up your daughter from school. Like, why would you do that?
We should be in a serious relationship, but if you involve me at that level, we should be serious.
Yeah.
Right. But it could get weird. So I would have to gauge that situation, but I can't say I would definitely not. I want to see what it is, but it would be a red flag for me for sure.
Now Sean, we're gonna bring in your juice business. You know,
Right.
Small business.
Tonics, yeah.
You know, so tell us a little bit about your business too.
Okay, Tasavo Tonics, it's a line of iced teas and healthful tonics. So I use a lot of ingredients, really natural, organic ingredients, source them from all around the world, because I believe, what we put in our bodies, it affects our health, our mind, and our body. So if you could put something healthy, if you could get addicted to a healthy drink, so to speak, instead of a drink that has a lot of preservatives, a lot of bad stuff in it for you, then that's a good habit to have. So just try to promote a healthy lifestyle. I've been doing this for years. I decided, let me put my mixtures that I put together in blends. Let me expand that.
So a woman that you're date, seriously, she also has to be health conscious too.
Yes, for sure.
Working out, she had to
working out. Watch what she eat. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be like a vegan and all this stuff, but just be mindful of what you eat. Just know that it's important to what you eat.
It's the saying that you can think off of any type of food, but you can critical think off of good food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you critical thinking, it has you you're thinking on a whole different type of level. You know what I mean? You can split decision. Make a decision split second and be effective and be on point. Eating Jack in the Box and Arby's.
Arby's.
You know what I'm saying? You might respond a little too slow. You know what I'm saying? Or not respond at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Plus, then think about it after a certain age. Like, you got health issues.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Do you want to get with somebody that's like off the top, they got bad health issues?
Yeah.
It's a matter of time before something,
something major happens. Let me ask you, so if you meet a woman and she said, look, I got this and that, you just meet her, you cut it loose right then?
I mean, I would have to, no, I wouldn't cut it loose right then. I would have to think about,
you fresh into it. You like less than a month. You just met her. Y'all may went out maybe 2-3 dates at the most, and she tell you, look, I got this and this and that. And would you still stick around? Or you be like,
she start pulling out
look, this too much for me.
The health benefits itemized, like, so I got this one. I got this procedure next week.
Can you take me to the doctor? I need somebody to pick me up.
Well, in your line of work, he might be able to help that woman.
I'm not going to go to work.
I'm talking about just, hey, instead of drinking you might drink this line of juice here. Instead of drinking soda, just make slight changes. Like, you're not here to play Captain Save-A-Ho, nothing like that, but you're trying to save somebody's life, but just to offer something to help them. People come into our lives
if you meet a woman and then y'all just fresh into the relationship and she announced that she have an illness, a life-threatening illness, I would fall back on dating. I would still be there to support her, but I wouldn't want to be in that situation. Not that early. Maybe I said maybe 2-3 years into a relationship and they get sick or something. Yeah, I'm 100% in there. But just a month, we just met, maybe 2 dates.
Yeah, it's a heavy.
I'll be like this right here. Hey, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna support you through this, like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to tie myself into a situation.
You put them in friend zone.
Yeah.
We're going to be friends.
That's a lot to ask.
We'll be friends forever. We'll be friends forever.
Yeah.
We'll be friends forever.
That's a lot to ask, Joy.
We'll be friends forever.
Call me when you need some support. Well, other than that,
I got to keep it moving, baby.
No, I got to be honest with myself. I probably would do the same thing.
You'd be mad.
Because especially if they lay it on you like because some women can do that.
Yeah.
Where they play a role up to a certain point and they say, I got to tell you something. Mm-hmm. Let me talk to you. And then, you find out they got all this stuff going on and you like, you don't want to feel like you superficial.
Yeah.
And you like, oh man, this is too much. But you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Is that something that you can even handle?
Yeah, be honest with yourself.
You might not be able to handle that yourself.
I don't want to tackle that right now.
Yeah.
I just met you.
You have to affect your own mental health, man.
Yeah.
You're dealing with some stuff,
I got my own issues.
Yeah. That might be too much. That might be a job for somebody else.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to get out your way and let you find somebody.
Look, if you need a ride to the doctor, just hit me up. Put it over there.
Wait, no,
I ain't doing nothing. This game ain't on.
Now, in my own personal life, I didn't find out about issues till later. I mean, I didn't see them. I got married. Then I found out, you're bipolar. You're schizophrenic.
Okay.
You're agoraphobic. You're homicidal. You're suicidal. Clinically diagnosed. I'm like, That would be nice to know back then.
Now,
Nobody
if you,
told
look, Troy, if you would have knew that in the beginning, you probably would have treaded real lightly.
Oh yeah, we gonna be friends forever. I'll be friends forever. But because what happened, my situation, not to go off court, we got married. She had an episode. I didn't know what was going on. And come to find out, she had been this way her whole life, but she was able to control it and hide it, and the family hid it. She had an episode. Took her back home to the family. I was in public enemy number one.
Troy,
I exposed the family
question,
secret.
though, why? The family knew and didn't say nothing to
Said
you.
nothing.
Wow. They set you up too.
She had an episode. We're alone, and
not
she
fair.
started like, Troy, get them off me. We're by herself. I thought she'd be us, and then she started swinging at things in the air, and I'm like, what's going on here? And I realized it was a problem when she started banging her head against the wall and tried to jump out the window. I had to actually tackle her.
Damn.
I took her home to her mother, and I was public enemy number one then.
They were like, you take this back. you pop this lemon.
They put me out. I had to go. They put me out.
They got mad at you because you wouldn't tolerate that.
Because I'm like, hey, your daughter, my wife, needs help. What's going on
I'm
here?
going to tell you something, man. When you have a person that's sick, it takes a lot out of you to deal with that. It
drains
man.
you.
I'm talking about it drains you, bro.
It drains
I'm
you.
telling you, it drains you.
It drains
That's why,
you.
Me personally, if I became single, I want to run a woman's health records. I want to run her credit score. All that stuff count to me. She can run mine. I'm open up for that. Look, I'm serious, man. I want to run I want to know exactly what I'm getting into, what I'm hooking my wagon to at this point in life. Now, when you're young, you don't know this.
Yeah.
But when you get this age, you know. You want to know. What health issues do you have? What finances do you have? You feel me? How do you see life? All these things count now. They didn't count when you was 20.
Right.
At this age, they count dramatically. These are deal breakers because that stress could kill you at this point.
Could kill you, yeah.
Yeah, stress is real.
Yeah.
Man, stress is real. That shit is real.
You have to be honest about that stuff and discuss that stuff. But you're right. That could, jumping in a situation you're not ready for,
Yes.
could affect your health. Next thing you know, you be sick and
Stress will make you sick. Stress will make you sick.
So check this out, right? So I'm dating this chick, right? So we're going to take the relationship to the next level, right? So I said, okay, look, before I take this protection off, let's go to the doctor and get checked out. Make sure we both straight.
Right.
She went off, got pissed off at me. Oh, you think I'm nasty or something?
Oh, yeah.
I said, no. I said, you should be happy a brother trying to tell you this. Yeah. You feel me? I said, shit. I'm trying to be responsible here. Yeah. You feel me? And we're going to take this thing to the next level. Let's make sure we both are clean.
Yeah.
I might have something you don't know. You might have something you don't know. You feel me?
That's being responsible. Being responsible.
Man, we broke up after that.
I had a similar situation.
I thought women appreciate it.
Yeah.
My situation was a little different. She wanted more time. She wanted to go to the next level. I said, okay, well, let's play hopscotch. You want to get more serious, more intimate. I'm looking down the line. What does cohabitation look like? What's it look like us living together? So I said, hypothetically speaking, what's our economy going to look like? I'll match whatever you can match monthly. I'll match it. What's our monthly budget? Man, she got mad at me. Why does money have to come in this? Wait a minute, you said you want to go to the next level. So if we're dating, you talk about growing old together. If we're going to grow old together, how are we going to do this? I'm just trying, what's it look like? I asked her, I said, whatever number you can produce, I'll match it. What's our budget? She stopped talking to me. Wow. She dropped me like a bad habit.
Wow. Pissed off.
Sent me a little nasty note. Why do you have to bring money into this? Well, you said you wanted to go to the next level, and you talking about growing old together. Well, how's that going to happen?
Yeah.
We can't live on love alone.
That's why we go back to that money thing again. That money thing count.
That Arby's thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that income is. Money is not everything. Money is just a quality of life.
Yeah,
it's the quality.
Johnny Taylor said it like this: money doesn't make the world go round, but it sure greases the wheels. It goes around a lot smoother, a lot easier.
Yeah. So, and that's important.
Yeah, it's important that you have to bring those type of conversations up in the beginning, so there'll be no expectation out of you. I don't want you to think that you're gonna hook up with me and now I'm toting the wagon. You gotta be crazy,
right?
At this point in life, you feel me, Troy?
Oh yeah,
you gotta be crazy.
Be able to hold Joe, support yourself. You can support
Yes.
yourself. I can support myself.
Yes.
We can go forward. 'Cause, I mean, I can carry myself. You carry yourself. We're working. We're evenly yoked.
Right.
Yeah.
And you bring up a good point because women I think after a certain age, especially if they're single, they still need stuff done, right? They ain't got the husband. They might be single. They ain't got no brothers and cousins and all that. So I think some women are looking for men to fill this void, whether you date them or not, whether you're a friend or not. So I've run into women where it's like I feel like they want a butler instead of a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like you call up, they got a task. For you.
Yeah.
They feel like I work for
Can you
Uber or
fix,
something.
can you fix my screen door?
Right, it's like,
honey-do list.
hey, how you doing? What you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. What you doing? Oh, I'm just chilling. Hey, I need help. I just bought this Ikea furniture. Do you think you can come over
And put it together for me?
And some women got that gift of that game where they make you think like, ooh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
get to
yeah.
spend some time with shit. I get to spend some time while I put the furniture together. After the furniture done, she's like,
It's time to go.
okay, well,
Thank you so
I gotta go
much.
to sleep. I'm gotta get up early tomorrow. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, what? And so I feel like a lot of women, they just want a butler. They want somebody to complete the task. And you got to look at that when you're dating because you'll end up that dude if you're not careful. I'm telling you.
Well, see what it is. When you have some successful women, they can fall in love with their success to the point where they feel like they don't need a man, but you still need a man. The most wealthiest woman, you can't snuggle up with your money. You can't snuggle up in a big old house by yourself. It ain't the same.
A lot of them do.
I had a friend.
A lot of them do.
She was telling me, she said, well, I said, man, her name was Phyllis. I said, Phyllis, man, this is a nice house. It's a big old nice house. And she said, yeah, she had to get a divorce and all that stuff, right? And I said, wow. And then, she's talking. I said, so what happened? She said, well, I let a man be the man. I said, first of all, Phyllis, you can't let a man be a man. I said, that's just like me telling you I'm going to let you be the woman in a relationship.
Yeah.
If you have a man that you don't respect, you shouldn't be there with him.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
Starting there.
But she had all that stuff, but she was very unhappy.
Yeah.
I said, but, a house is nothing if you don't have people in it to enjoy it with
A house
you.
is not a home.
You feel me? And vice versa.
A house is not a home.
You have a whole bunch of rich people that are miserable.
Lonely.
Because they hold their money so tight and think everybody want their stuff from them. Ain't nobody want your money. That's why you get you a man that got his own. I like you for you. If hypothetically, if I got with a celebrity, right, I ain't gonna quit cutting hair. That's your money. Because when you let a woman take care of you, it's a lot come along with that too.
You can expect
She
certain things.
talks to you differently. She'll have more bass in her voice.
Whether it starts right away or later on, it's going.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
It's going to be some talk after that. She going to be like, lower your voice. Take the bass out your voice. Now. Just slow down.
Lower those
little
decibels.
man.
Don't you talk? You're
I'm
talking
like
too
this
loud.
right here, Troy. I'd rather be in a shack and be respected as a man than be in a mansion and you be treated like a little boy.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now, let me ask you this question right here. So if you meet a woman, right?
Yeah.
You digging her. Now you got your accomplishments yourself. She has accomplishments too.
Right.
And she want to, get married or whatever. This is my proposal to a situation like that. I would tell her, hey, you can keep your house and the monies that you accumulated before I came along. I'll keep my house and monies I accumulated before you came along. And then we'll get a house together, a neutral ground.
Yeah.
Because she ain't going to let you be the man in her house.
Right.
Because she been the woman. She been the head of that
That's her house, yeah.
Yeah. And you ain't going to let her come on there and you need to take this TV down, this and that. No, you come here like it is. I got everything the way I want it.
Right.
So, but if you get a middle house,
Yeah.
y'all both can equally contribute to it.
Yeah. Start fresh.
Start fresh.
It's something y'all could build together, like
Yes.
as a
Yes.
group.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you think, Troy?
That's a utopian situation. That's utopian. That's great. That's a great model. But that's not always going to be the case. Say, for example, hey, it's not economically feasible to do that. Let's find some middle ground here. Let's find some middle ground. It's not, especially in today's economy. That's not always feasible. Especially with houses up there.
But I will say this right here. Your accomplishments, you don't want to just, okay, like just say hypothetically you have a house. If I sell my house, to get a house now, especially here in L.A., it's damn near impossible to get that same house again, especially for that price.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't be a wise idea to get rid of your home and hard to get rid of her home. You feel me? Because those are accomplishments that you have made on your own. You feel me? Those accomplishments that she have made on her own. You know, if the worst case scenario, if we can't get a house together, we can get married, but I'm still gonna live in my house.
No, I've known I've known people do. I had a client. Him and his wife were married. They live separately.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
They had their own
I've
house.
heard that before.
Yeah.
And that could work.
Yeah.
That could work.
We spend a couple of months in mine. We're gonna spend a couple of months in yours.
Exactly. We'll go back and forth. That'll work.
Speaking of that, let me go back to what you're saying about I was saying about women wanting to be a butler, and just how women interact with men nowadays, especially women who are, may have a certain level of success or whatever. So I was I was out with this woman once, and something happened with her car, right before we even got started on the date. Something happened with the car, so I'm like, trying to help out. She's like, just frazzled, doing stuff that I know is not gonna fix the car. So I'm like, okay, let me try. She's like, no, I'm trying to fix it. I said, okay. So I said, hey, look, I went through this problem before. If you let me sit in the driver's seat, I can try to figure it out. You know what she told me? She said, are you a mechanic?
I was like, yeah.
I said, no. I said, but I know how to solve problems. I'm a man. I've been through a lot of issues with cars. I'm a problem solver. I could probably get it to the point where you can take it somewhere safe and wait for, a tow truck or whatever. But I just let it go. I said, you know what? You got this. I'm going to go to get some food.
Go to Arby's.
Go home. Go to Arby's on the way home. And you can fix this on your own. And, I just felt like that was just like, maybe it's because it was a shot to my manhood or something, but I'm just like, that's the women, some women nowadays.
Well, it was insulting. It was insulting.
I'm trying to help.
I'm trying to help.
I may not
apparently,
have the answer,
you don't have the solution. As a parent, you don't have the solution.
As a parent, you don't have the
solution. And you're knocking me without giving me a chance to try.
And she talking about, do you have some WD-40? I'm like, that's not going to work. Like, wait, I don't know what idea you have.
There's a situation where she couldn't turn the car off. Hey, push come to shove. You pop to it. You take a battery cable off.
Right, exactly.
So,
I didn't offer that advice because you don't want it. You want a mechanic. So go, Paul. Go. I'm going to go get something to eat and go home. And I'll talk to you whenever I talk to you again.
I see you when I see you.
It's just...
Miss Know-It-All.
And even sometimes, though, Troy, you can take the battery cable off and the car will still run. You know? Because the alternator will keep it going. My thing is this right here. When you have a woman like that, it sounds like she's been emasculated to the point where she thinks she's a male too.
Yeah.
And you have those women that are like that. They feel emasculated like a man. And it's hard for her to take advice or guidance from you.
Right.
You feel, because she thinks that she a man.
Or what happened in Sean's situation, she wasn't used to being with a man. See, we're old school, Ron. A man knows how to do a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Every man is a mechanic. He's a little carpenter. He's a little mechanic.
Right.
He's a little electrician. He's a little plumber.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of everything. That's what men were back. We were a little bit of everything. That's what men do.
Yeah.
No, I'm a mechanic, but I know about cars. I'm not a plumber, but I can fix this pipe.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen this problem before.
I'm not an electrician, but I can wire this lamp.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen this problem
I'm not a
before.
carpenter, but I can drywall.
Right.
I can do a little bit of everything.
She wasn't even willing to let me look to see
Now,
if he was fixable.
When you have women like that, you take a woman that watch all these poison shows, it warps their mind of thinking and processing information, especially when it comes to a black man. Now, she may submit and took the help from a non-black.
Right.
But when it came from you, she felt like she was smarter than you. That's what that was an ego thing that she was driving.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that
So
was.
I'm like, go take your raggedy car, go do whatever you need to do.
Yeah,
with it.
get on out.
Yeah, like,
do you.
my car is cool, so
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm out. You turn this bad boy off how you can. I'm out of here.
And see, but that's what I'm saying. That's how I was raised. How I was raised was I would call, normally I would call it, what happened with the car? Like that's disturbing to me. Like I'm like, yo, the car could
Now, when you
happen.
left, when you got out the car, where was she at? She was at her own home or what?
No, she wasn't. She had to drive home, and I even offered to drive her. I said, I'll follow you home, just to make sure nothing crazy happened on the road, because the electricity started going out on the car. I said, I don't know what's going on, but your car, it sounds like you got an electrical problem. Something's going on. She didn't want it, so she said she can handle it. So I said, that's great. I'm going to get something.
Go back out with her again?
Nah.
That was a wrap. How'd you meet her?
It was a wrap.
Just on the dating
We
site?
was at an event.
Oh, okay.
And we just started talking. And that was a rare that I meet women at an event or in person. Because, sometimes, the socialization is off in certain places. So online, a lot of people more open online. But we just had to struck up a conversation in person. And I think that's a lot organic. It's good to be organic, to meet somebody like that in person, not online.
Yeah, I think when you meet
Fill
a person,
each other out in person.
in person, you can fill them out. When you get a certain age, man, you can pick up. All right, this is my type of I'm cool on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But so I think some women, a lot of dudes, we just live in that society where everybody just does what they want.
Yeah.
And some people rely on people catering to them
I think what it is
in some sort of way.
When you have a society the way America has restructured itself with this gender stuff, it's throwing the balance off on what's expected out of a man, what's expected out of a woman.
Right.
And reality is we need each other. We bring balance to each other. I don't need a woman trying to act like a man, just like a woman don't want a man trying to act like a woman.
Right.
I want you to think like a woman, and I want you to act like a woman. I don't want you to act like a woman and think like a man. No, that's just like telling a man, I want you to act like a woman but think like a man. No, it don't work that way.
Yeah.
You feel me? Us together, we bring balance.
Right.
But when you watch shows and society with this feminist stuff and you got this and that pushing people's opinions and you're going against their nature. When I see like women fighting on TV, like the MMA stuff and all that, I don't watch it because I know that they're acting out of their nature. That's not part of their nature. A woman by nature is a nurturer. She can't help it. But society and the feminists and all these other groups, the LBGTP, the stuff, the alphabet people, they're pushing agendas, so they're making a woman feel bad if she just want to be a woman or a man just want to be a man.
Right.
So I want to be just to be a man.
If she just want to,
just be a woman. It's okay for a woman to be a woman. When has it ever been wrong for a woman to be a woman?
She don't want to push the envelope and try to do what a man does all the time. Yeah.
And black women have bought into it more than any other group of women that I know of. You know what I'm saying? When I see, just hypothetically at the gym, I can count the sisters I see. Maybe the most I've seen is 3 at the gym I go to. Maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else in there is non-black, and the women are feminine. They working out, but they're feminine. They still want to be perceived as a woman. They still have a want to be desired. They have their little outfits on to attract men.
Right.
But when I see the sisters, man, face hard as yours. I'm not even lying. Masculine, more masculine than what you are.
Damn.
Try to be. There's not no feminine energy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Somehow they didn't convince her if she show any form of being a feminine woman, she weak.
Yeah.
She's not weak.
Yeah.
I look at it, men and women have different roles. Women weren't designed to do what men can do. They were designed to do what men can't do, and vice versa. There are things women can do that we can't do, and I'm glad about it, and vice versa. We have our roles, and they have their roles. We might know some of their roles, they might know some of ours, but we weren't meant to be in that position permanently. Like, for example, if your spouse gets sick, you should know how to nurture your child, take care of it, and vice versa. If something happens to you, she should be able to step in temporarily into your role, but she's not made to be permanently to do what a man does, and vice versa.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Know your partner's role, but you have your role.
And you got to learn each other too.
Exactly.
And that don't happen overnight. That's what I was saying.
It takes time.
In dating, people expect.
Now, Sean, have you ever been married before?
No.
Okay. Have you ever came close?
I came close to being
Okay.
married, yeah.
So what stopped it?
I just think
Just fell out of love, grew apart.
Cold feet.
yeah, I just maybe grew apart. And maybe maybe the communication wasn't where it should have been.
Now, did she come from a two-parent relationship? Two-parent
No.
home? She didn't? Did she have a good relationship with her father?
It was decent. Yeah.
She had a good relationship with her father?
Yeah, it was decent.
Most women that have good relationships with their fathers, they normally turn out to be good wives and good girlfriends, because the man is the first man she gonna fall in love with her father. That's the first guy she gonna fall in love with.
Yeah.
Same with a boy. Most men measure their wives by how well they have a relationship with their mother, because they want their kids to love their mama equally like you love your mama.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
That's real talk.
Right.
And vice versa. When you find a girl that's good, she got a good relationship with her daddy.
Right.
Because he showed her how to be treated as a woman. You feel me? He showed her. He showed her the first love. You feel me? So I think when you look at women nowadays and they talking about, I don't need no man. Yes, you do. I need, like Troy said, we need each other. We balance each other out. So when I hear that old crazy talk like that, 2 women can raise a boy and 2 men can raise a girl. Oh man,
that confuses the child. That confuses the child.
There's things about being a man. A woman don't have no idea. She got to get that. He got to get that from you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
And even nonverbal cues that a boy gets from the man and a girl gets from the woman, the mother.
Yeah.
You can't duplicate that. That's not. You can't make that artificial.
Yeah, it has to come from a man. Only a man can teach a boy how to be a man, not no woman. A woman can teach him how to treat her, but she can't teach him how to be a man. You got to learn those traits from another man.
That's something she has no knowledge of.
Also,
other than what she might have got from her father.
Yeah.
Well, these are characters I saw in my father. So she can tell him about those characteristics, but she can't teach him about manhood.
You got to learn that from a man.
Yep.
And some women, they get those cues too from, at a young age from the guy that they dating. Like the first guy that they love, whether he was, this or that, they're going to gauge every relationship after that, how they got treated, if they treated bad or good.
Well, I'm telling you, most women, when you look at that father and what kind of relationship he showed her, the love, support, the caring, she going to demand that out of any man she have in her company.
Yeah.
She ain't going to tolerate that. Joker putting hands on her, talking crazy to her. She ain't going to put up with that.
No.
Unless she saw daddy do mama like that or some other things like that.
And she's going to have an example.
Yes.
And she's going to know how that feels.
Yes. And then other men know too. Like, they know, oh man, she got a daddy. It's going crazy.
It's funny you say, because my daughters, men, where I come from, men don't hit women. So my children's mother never feared me hitting her, because how I was raised. So my children, I never even raised my voice to my ex-wife. I didn't raise my voice to them. And I spoiled my girls. I spoiled them. My son-in-law now says, he calls me, Pop, you spoiled Jasmine. I said, yeah, purposely. I did it on purpose. I mean, if you're going to be wife, you're going to have to spoil it too. You're going to have to spoil it too.
Yeah, set the example so they know. They can see that BS a mile away. If they got a good example, they see that BS a mile away. Like you said, and some dudes, they know the women they can talk to like that.
Yep.
They know if you had that kind of background,
And
they're not even going to go there.
It's sad, but women who don't have a father figure in their life or older brother, they're treated differently. Because jokers around, they know there's no repercussion. If I treat her bad, she ain't got a big brother daddy come step to me. He ain't afraid of her mother. So it's very important. Even though I was divorced from my kid's mother, I was always a phone call away. So that situation, this older cat trying to talk to my daughter. She's in high school, he's in college. That's the only time her mother called me and said, look, this guy's keep on calling Jazz. He gave me the phone number, I called him. I not explained to him. You're too old for my daughter. Her mother called me, and her mother called me as serious. Now, I'm in Jersey, you're in Texas. If I have to come to Texas, I ain't gonna talk to you. I'm talking to you now, but if I gotta hop in this airplane, yeah, this is mine. I'm gonna talk to you now, but I gotta come to Texas, so I'm putting these hands on you.
So you coming out of retirement?
I know, I was still in the game then. I was retired then.
For real, I
But
ain't
I had to explain to my daughter, honey, if he's in college, you're in high school, he's weak. He can't pull a woman his age.
Yeah.
Okay. He can't. You're in ninth grade. He's in college. He can't pull a woman his age.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Sean. So if you dating a woman and then you meet her kids, and the kids are not living a lifestyle that you think children should live, like young adults or whatever at this point in life, son is gay, transgender, sexual, whatever you want to call it. Other one is weed head or whatever. How would you take? Would you still continue on with the relationship, or would you pump your brakes? How would you handle that situation? Like if a kid is living, like I'm kind of cool.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because I did date somebody briefly. Their son, he's like in the streets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's wilding out. And I felt like at some point we was gonna have a confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Because the mom was liking me.
You were gonna have a confrontation.
Yeah, because the mom was liking me, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like Mom was like me.
baby boy, huh?
Right. Like if I say she called, he didn't call me today. He's one of them dudes. So I felt like we was gonna have it, but we ended up breaking up before all that. But I didn't like the way he was treating her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said I knew we was gonna have a confrontation. And but it just goes to show the father wasn't really in his life. Right, so now the mom, is older. Everybody's older.
So he was still living at the house.
No, he wasn't living at the house, but he would just pop up. The mom was like he rolled like the husband.
He was still the man of the house.
Right, he was the man of the house. He rolled up whenever. Like I don't care if this is my mom's house and my mom paid the rent here. Like he was just rolling. So he was taking liberties because the mom let it. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have no
How many
father
kids
figure.
did she have?
One.
Just him.
Yeah, and so
How old was he?
He was like 20 something like that.
Oh, in his
21.
20s.
Yeah. So like I said, it didn't get to that point, but I knew we was going to have a confrontation because he's still a child. He's still probably looking at, I'm taking attention away from his mom. Like, there's a grown dude in the streets, right? Yeah. Upset over some dude dating his mom, right? So, I would say that would make me pump the brakes if it was really a really bad situation where and it was taking up a lot of the mom's time. I would pump the brakes on it a little bit because that's a situation strings I don't want to be attached to, especially if I'm coming in the game and I'm trying to get to know you and all that, and then now you have this stress thing, and then I get pulled into it. Now the whole thing has become toxic. Now, all these people are involved for something that I really had nothing to do with, and especially if we first started dating, that's unfair to pull somebody into crazy situations and you just start dating. It's not fair. I wouldn't do that to nobody.
That's why I just said when I said earlier that you really got to evaluate the people before you start hooking your wagon to them. So I got to know what I'm hooking my wagon to. That's real talk.
That's what dating is about. When you're dating, you ain't hooked the wagon yet.
Yeah,
you get to know each other.
But see, a lot of women think just by saying you going on a date, you hooking up the wagon.
Oh yeah,
they think the wagon is already hooked. As soon as you say let's go out, the wagon is hooked.
That's why you got to fill her out, and then when she start talking like y'all are a couple, you have to stop that. Say no, hey, you moving too. See, it's almost like this, right? It's better to tell them up front so they'll know. So it won't be no surprises.
You gotta be upfront.
At this point in age, man, I'll tell you up front whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
this is what it is. Hey, we just friends.
Yeah, because I was on a couple of dates. She thought we was dating. No, we're not a couple. We're just a couple of friends.
Yeah, we're just friends.
We're a couple of friends. We're not a couple. We're
just friends that's hanging out.
Yeah, a couple of
that's
friends.
It.
That's all we are.
Not when used to being intimate. When you be intimate.
Well,
that's another one. Once you go intimate, now you might be headed to a couple zone. Once now you might.
No, even
that sets the groundwork to be a couple.
Even that we on probation. We on probation. Ain't nobody hired just yet.
Okay, we're not unless
the wagon's not totally hooked up. Yeah,
it's almost like on externship or something. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you start dating exclusively, I'm not going to date nobody else. We're only going to date each other. Then
we come to the conclusion.
Now you're starting to hook the wagon to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, but what is dating in 2022? You know what I'm saying?
Well, dating. My definition of dating is we're not made no serious commitment to each other. We go out. We both go half on whatever we're gonna.
You getting to know each other. We're getting to know each
whatever
other.
we spend on, we go half on it because we're not a couple. You know what I'm saying? Unless I invite you. Hey, you know what you doing? Hey, well, let's roll
Or we
out
take turns picking up the bill.
Yeah.
Instead of going, you're going to go out and split the bill in half. I'll take you out this time, next time it's on you. We'll go back and forth like that. Versus splitting bill all the time. I'll take you this time, I'll take you next time.
I'm tight.
So at what point do you be like, because some women is like, look, I ain't trying to date forever. Like, you got
I let them go.
You got certain time period.
You let them go. You let them go. Say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get out your way, because some women will try to put pressure on you to make you do something you're not ready to do.
Yeah.
I want to be in a relationship right now. Okay, let me get out your way then.
Okay. Yeah, like we've been dating for 2 months now. Like,
and we went out a couple times.
Yeah, and
hey, we're just friends. You have to remind them, hey, we're just friends. Just friends. That's it.
The next time you call, hi, friend. No.
Now she being sarcastic. Then I cut her loose. That's okay,
no
then.
friend.
Okay. Was she saying a little sarcastic stuff like that? I'll cut her loose.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you go and go. You ain't mature enough to handle what we got going on right now.
Because some women, especially now, and it surprised me on these datelines, they ready to link up. You don't even have to talk to them on the phone.
I'm 58. I was on Facebook dating a couple years ago. There's a lot of lonely women out there. I mean, I was getting hit up from San Diego, Las Vegas, San Bernardino. I mean, and that far away, and including everywhere around. I had to come on. It became like a job. You got to get off work, and you respond because it was like work. I had to narrow down. If you don't, you got to be from Pasadena.
Mm-hmm. it got to filter them out a little bit more, huh?
And it was every ethnicity, white, black, Hispanic, Asian.
And someone will like on the day, like, I don't know if you experienced this. If you don't hit them up as soon as y'all match, man, they cut you off. You don't respond. You look back, they gone.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They like, look,
Deuces.
this is the cutoff time. We either got benchmarks. You meet, we go out, we link up, we're a couple, and if it don't happen in that span of time, it's a problem.
Some raps. Yeah. On to the next one.
It can be a job. Dating nowadays, it can be a job. I'm glad that I've got 3 ex-wives, so I'm not looking to get married anymore.
Now let me ask you something.
I'll date
on
you
your
forever.
first date, how much money would you spend on your first date?
Under $100.
Under 100. What about you, Troy? Under 100? 100?
Yeah. Okay,
So
for the first date.
the first date. Okay.
I go big round. Where you go up and down. You go up and down.
Well,
But like I say, your first date.
Under $100, where you go to McDonald's? a movie gonna cost you damn near $100.
Right,
now.
it's right. It's not dinner and a movie. It's dinner or a movie.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
dinner and a movie. It's like dinner or a movie.
Yeah.
But see, I think you have to be creative too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you get creative, you really don't have to spend that much. You can have
Yeah,
you can have like the best dates. The best dates I had didn't cost that much money.
I was
Okay,
king
yeah.
of the little and no money down technique. I mean, my favorite spot in California, I went up to the observatory.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's in the planetarium.
I never
Nice.
been up there.
Oh yeah, that's a very different first date. That's a very different. You're doing something different than you used to. Wow, the observatory.
Hey, look,
Planetarium. Yeah.
to me, if you vibing with the person, the first date could be. We came from an observatory and we went to go get some whatever, and we sat there in the car eating takeout,
Exactly.
just vibing off the people. We sat
Exactly.
and was people watching. It was like it don't have to like. That's the person I like.
Exactly.
It don't have to be like this extra. It's just you going with the vibe. If that's what it is right now, we have a good time.
We're in the moment. We're in the moment together.
We put a tablecloth on the hood of the car and ate by the beach. You know what I'm saying?
What's that? 1910, 1920.
Like you cheap.
Ron, this is East Coast thing. It's an East Coast thing. It's East Coast thing. We're
y'all
both
good.
from Jersey, man. We
Yeah,
East Coast thing.
1930. On with the winds. You better do that shit no more, man. You do that shit, man. Somebody gonna rob y'all. That's why I get robbed like that.
Yo, somebody stole the food and my wallet. I went to go do parking.
Ate y'all shit up.
Somebody stole my stuff.
Oh, shit, boy.
No, I mean, it's just the vibe. Like, put it this way: I ain't gonna go out with nobody, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, let's go to the observatory. And they're like, no, I'm trying to go to the club. I'm trying to.
Oh, not at
you know
this
what I'm
age.
saying?
No.
Like, I'm trying to,
Now, you know what? To me, the outings at this age would be a jazz concert,
A beach.
beach, maybe a church, church, comedy show,
Yep.
a lounge. You know what I'm saying? A club? No, not for me.
I didn't go club when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, I'm not
I
a
was never
club
a club.
person.
Yeah, you're not trying to be the hustle and bustle.
Yeah, you
or
know.
whatever. You trying to do something.
You the
chill.
old man in there with that trench coat.
Yeah, yeah. Now I do like
Look
a
like
woman
Mr.
that's
Biggs.
adventurous. I do like a woman that's adventurous. That's like, she might find something off to the left somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that sounds cool. Let's go check it out. You know what I'm saying? We trying something different, not the same stuff all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's mix it up.
Like go to a garlic festival, something like that.
Right. Yeah. I was watching the news. They having this thing tomorrow. You want to check it out?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Appreciate something
It don't have to be
Yeah.
like.
It would have to be more like something on this age level. Because right now, to me, man, 10 o'clock, I shut him down. Look, your body automatically shut itself down.
Is it before 10? Okay. Yeah. I'll go. Yeah.
By 10:30, I got to start moving back toward dinner.
I'm gonna get on the road by 10. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, I got to get I'm looking at the clock. Yeah, I got to get on out of here.
Call me Send the Felly. Like, I tried to Republican at 12 o'clock, baby. I'm done.
So, look, what's the latest y'all stay out? that if you out on a date,
I stay out all night if it's popping. If it's the vibe
you
is
ride
there.
it all night.
Yeah,
What about you, Troy?
At my age now,
Yeah.
I'm sleep at midnight, brother. I'm sleep.
What about Sean? You said all night. Sean said he's still going all
young.
night.
I'm 58. Sean's like young.
Come on.
Sean's hair is black on his face. Mine is white.
Come on, man. Like if the vibe is there, if it's really,
Man, I don't care how I vibe. I'm a vibe. Ain't nobody vibe better than that big.
but then you know what I'm saying, coming from the East Coast, like, you know, say if you in New York, a place like New York, you know, you can stay out.
Yeah, because New York doesn't shut down.
Now here they let you know it's getting daytime. Like they turn off the lights.
Yeah.
They let you know it's
About 1:30, they shutting it down.
Yeah, they let you know.
It's time to go.
But some other places you go, you could just kind of keep going. So, you know, it just depends on the situation. But with all things being normal, I would say like 2:00. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We shutting it down.
It's funny about these because I remember when I got divorced, I took a chick to a jazz concert. She's gonna return the favor. She's gonna take me out. She's gonna take me clubbing. I said, babe, I ain't clubbed in my 20s. I want to club in my. I'm in my 30s now. Mm-hmm. She's like, no problem. I'm gonna pick you up at midnight. You gonna pick me up at midnight? Yeah. You gonna pick me up at midnight? To go to the club in New York. I'm like, boo, I'm usually.
I kind of like that though, man. You do that here, it's disrespectful. You'll be like, "What? How dare you call me?" Listen, I had women tell me before, "You always call me later in the night. You think I'm a booty call or something? I deserve to be called earlier in the day." What you think this is? Am I a booty call? You only call me at 7 at night or after? I was like,
No, I work all day long. I'm on at 7 o'clock. I've come home from work. Now I'm on my time. I work
like,
during the day. And I take my job seriously, so I can't call you from work.
I'm doing stuff all day, like.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, look, Sean, we're gonna wrap it up, man, and it was a good interview.
Yeah, it was a nice conversation.
And Sean, we're gonna put your website to your drinks and stuff.
Yeah, it's www.tasavotonics.com. So
yeah, we'll put it on the bottom. There's a little link. You can click to it.
Okay, I appreciate the talk. This is
and the drinks are good.
Hey, I want to see about. I
Drinks
didn't know
are good.
about it.
okay.
Yeah,
You can only something I never knew. I know you had drinks, man.
I'll bring some.
Now,
I've
you
never
started,
seen
You
one.
started back up, Shane.
Yeah,
You back up and running again.
Took a little time from COVID, man.
Yeah,
COVID
yeah,
messed
all
a lot
the-
of things up, but we back on the block now.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
you
some
got
stuff
stuff
coming
through,
up.
man. Bring some.
Yeah,
through.
next time you can bring some. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is OG Ron the Barber. That's OG Troy.
Hey,
the Barber.
it's been a good
That's our
conversation.
guest.
It's a good
Our great
conversation.
guest is Sean, Philly Sean, Jersey Sean,
Peace to the people
East
out
Coast.
East Coast.
East Coast.
In the house.
Peace, we out.
Peace.
Oh. Yeah, dating is
I could do part 2.
It's crazy, man.